The psychological reinforcement of all this, it's the victim mentality that protects us from facing the uncomfortable truths or taking risks. Now, again, this is I'm the victim. I don't have to change. Everybody else has to change. Poor, pitiful me. Everybody else wronged me. So I never have to face the uncomfortable truth that maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe I have a problem. And then I don't have to face the risk of changing that. I did this especially as an alcoholic, drinking the way I was for 10 years, but especially getting to the point where I had so many people that were willing to tell me, hey, you may be pumping the gas there a little bit. Time to tap the brakes, huh? And I would take that and I now hate you. You're an awful person. How dare you judge me like that? And because I had that mentality, I never had to change. I knew I needed to stop drinking. I knew I needed to stop living my life the way that I was, but I was able to be the victim. I told myself that I was the victim. And so I never had to change anything. And I didn't until it was too late, until a lot came crashing down. So it's another important one to pay attention to. The victim mentality protects us from facing uncomfortable truths or taking risks. And then the role of the negative feedback loops that you're going to have and the self-fulfilling prophecies, that's another part of this psychological reinforcement. So if I'm staying in this negative feedback loop and I'm constantly just negativity swirling all around, and then I have this ego that goes along with that, and self-fulfilling prophecy of like, oh, this person's bad, and then I try and convince myself of that. It just gets to be real messy from a psychological stance. We're not going to get into the neurological side of it, of how it actually alters the brain of having the victim mentality, but there's some fascinating things that you can read about that and showing you that negativity continues to grow. And I put a note down here. The more you think about yourself, the more miserable you are, because those things are misery, right? If all I'm doing is thinking about how bad everything is for me and how terrible people have treated me or whatever, then of course I'm going to be miserable, because that's all I'm thinking about.